not opening. Anyway, welcome to my first beautiful day in Skopje. I just woke up super late as always, and I need to catch up with the tour. Today I'm gonna join a free walking tour that will start over there. Behind these beautiful flowers there is the statue of Alexander the Great. So guys, yesterday I've shown you the craziness of this elevator, but today I cannot, because otherwise we're gonna be late waiting for it to come up. Why there is a rain on the stairs? Okay, we can go. Let's go, let's go. I already see some people from the tour. Hello. Hi. You will hardly believe me, but the tour just finished. Look at the shadows. They are totally different from this morning. I didn't film it because it was so damn interesting that I decided to take lots of notes on my phone, and I will share some of them with you. Starting from the fact that here in Macedonia there were people living in these areas around 4,000 and 6,000 years ago. So this is a very old country. Another interesting thing is that it is a huge mixture of nations and emperors. It was conquered so many times, and therefore, because of that, there are so many different religions. Here, just next to the square, next to the Alexander the Great statue, there is this construction. And what they are building here is something to remember Mother Teresa di Calcutta, Mother Teresa, I believe in English, because she was born here, and now they are creating something to put next to these trees, like a plug, so we'll be able to remember her. Yeah, sure.
What's your name?
Michele Ponte. What's your name?
George.
George?
Yes.
Are you from Macedonia?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. This one?
Yes. 5,000 subscribers. Have you been in Israel?
No, not yet. You're from Israel?
No, but you know.
You want to see Israel?
Yes.
Maybe in a future video.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Bye.
Bye.
So, I forgot what I was telling you guys. Over there we have an entrance that resembles a lot of Paris, and the building here on the left didn't look like that in the past. Before, it was made with a totally different color, but as part of the plan of reconstructing the city, making it more appealing for the eyes, which is already beautiful as you can see, they decided to restore every building. And if we get as close as possible to this construction site, we will see that there are different colors and shapes in the walls inside.
One referendum in 2011, when it was introduced on the day of independence, 8 September. Its name is
the Macedonian Gate, that resembles Paris. That's what the tour guide said. To me, it resembles Rome, ancient Rome, because during ancient Rome they were known for building such gates. Every time they were coming back from a war, they would build such amazing gates. But we are rushing because we do not have so much time, and that's what I thought in the moment I started exploring the city yesterday night. There are things to see in Macedonia, and nobody knows about this country. Nobody has heard of it. When I told where I was going, lots of friends, they were like, where is it? Is it in Europe? Wow. Here we have a statue, and then somewhere over there the tour guide was saying that that place resembles Berlin. As you can see, and now you will see it better, it resembles Berlin pretty well. These columns, they make you totally remember about it. And in front of us, the big guy over here is the statue of Prometheus. As you can see, there are some bandages around his penis and ass, and it wasn't like that in the past. The original statue wasn't like this, but people over here, they are very conservative. Being so conservative, they decided to cover the statue. Let me see what's in here. Flowers. I don't know. Maybe someone stole what was inside. I have no idea. But here, that's how Berlin looks. From Berlin, the tour guide joked that we are gonna pass to Washington because apparently the city, starting from these walls over there, is built like the shape of a pentagon. Crossing the street, I remember also the tour guide joking that in the Balkan way you cross the street also when there is the red light, but if the police that day is in a bad mood, if they catch you, the fee is about $50, so it sucks. Do not cross the street in the Balkan way, which is also Italian way, when there is police around. Anyway, on this same street, after the Pentagon building, we went to try a very typical product. Where was it? So on the left side over there is a food market, but before that I want to make a vlog about the typical product. They eat that product in the morning. Where is it? I think that shop disappeared. I cannot find it. Where is the shop? So during the tour we tried this food that I wanted to show you, and I wanted to make a vlog about it, but I cannot find the shop. Maybe let me buy some water and let's go first to the food market. Thank you. At least this water is much cheaper than in the center. It is about, how much is $20? About 33 cents. Here the market starts. I think I should be doing a specific vlog about it. Let's see how it looks inside. Pretty nice. Wow. I should definitely do a vlog just about this place. And it is so warm over here. And all this food. Wow. Anyway, this market is much bigger than expected. I will come back here in another moment. Now we need to finish this tour, the free walking tour of Skopje, Macedonia. And then we can come back here if we have enough time. That's a pretty nice fall. If you if you pass here by night, be careful on what you step on. My goodness, I should be careful too, because in half of the vlogs I fall while speaking to this camera. I was about to fall into this. The Gurek place, the food I wanted to show you, it's closed.
It could be filled with cheese and spinach, minced meat. It could be seasonally leek or sauerkraut. It could be even surrealistic, like pizza burek, addressing the younger generations. When I was younger, and the youngest today know it well.
White yogurt next to burek.
Yes.
Perfect. And now we are getting in another interesting part of the city. The tour guide was explaining to us that there are very different type of constructions over here. Like check this building with glasses, then check this new building in front of us over there, and then check this Hotel Bristol. The Hotel Bristol is the only building that has something from the original place, how it was built over here. You see this kind of tower, cone shape. The glasses are because one of the kings that was here in Macedonia, emperor after emperor, government after government and so on, wanted Macedonia to become so modern. And over here there is the shape, this kind of brown, light brown, I do not know how you call this color. That's what they want to do, that's what they want to accomplish in the future actually. For Macedonia 2040, the big plan is to have lots of buildings restored, and they want the city to be modern and cool at the same time, with a warm feeling. And I mean, it's pretty interesting how this city is evolved. It has been a mix of everything, and now what they say is that because there are all these mixes of cultures, all these mixes of religions, the Macedonian people are very friendly people, and if someone will move to Macedonia, they have to accept him or her as a new citizen, as part of the country, and be friendly. I mean, it's really nice. In front of us we have a museum. Before being a museum, this was a railway station, probably. That's the word in English for the station of, I mean, train station? Railway or train station, is it the same thing? Anyway, you can see the clock, you see the flag, but we can concentrate on the clock. The clock, it has the same time as it was the last big earthquake. Maybe I can pass. Okay. I mean, it's probably easier to cross the street here than in Vietnam, probably. So, the tour guide was showing us some photos of how was this train station in the past, and the building was huge. Oh my gosh, there is a huge hole that is impossible to see from the street down here. Wow. So the building was huge, and after everything collapsed, the only part that left was this one on the right. And they decided to transform it into a museum. By the way, I just checked the notes, and apparently I wrote that more than 1,000 people have died during the last earthquake, and over 80% of the city was destroyed. So you can imagine how was the situation here, and probably that's why lots of these buildings, they look really cool and nice. Not only because they were restored, but also because they were constructed pretty recently. Right now we are walking into a road that brings you to the main square. On this road there are two interesting statues. One of a bull, which nobody really knows why the bull is there. They suppose that the bull represents New York. Everything is connected to other cities over here. And behind the bull there is the place where they work the brokers. What's the name of Wall Street? What's the name of the broker jobs? And here we got the bull. Pretty cool. Just in front of the bull we have this we have this Macedonian lady. As you can see, she's pretty cool, and they say that it represents the spoiled girls here in town. And there was also the statue of a guy shouting at her, and the statue of the guy somehow disappeared, and the guy was shouting at her because she was spending all this money for fashion, dresses and so on, but the guy needed the money to build their house. So the tower is part of the... And here we are gonna get to another huge part of every trip to Macedonia, and it's the monument they made for Mother Teresa. Here there was a cathedral that was destroyed. I do believe it was destroyed during the earthquake, as all the other things. And hey doggy, these dogs that they follow you everywhere, they are crazy. They are always gonna get hit by the cars.
Sunny side for me. Alright, let's go this way, please.
The smartest dog in the tour, the only one not chasing cars, and here there is the plug. So we are kinda safe touching him. And I probably should make a vlog inside this place, a specific vlog, because otherwise my mom will kill me. she wanted the vlog from this place. She said that the last guy that was here, an Italian guy, was saying only bad words about Mother Teresa, and therefore I should be the Italian guy that will say good words. So guys, we keep going on the street and we will end up again in the main square where is the statue of Alexander. You can see Alexander the Great. If you do not know about Alexander, I mean, you should read some books or probably see some movies, but he was one of the best, I mean, one of the strongest. No emperor is best at something apart war. Anyway, he was one of the greatest emperor. He built one of the greatest emperor of all time, and these lions, they do represent the royal past of Macedonia. And I wanted to show you something. Where is it? Okay, here you can see there is a stone bridge, some trees and the mountains. This stone bridge is exactly over there. Now we're gonna get on it, and I wanted to show you this old figure down there on the street, because everything is connected. The stone bridge was built thanks to the travertine. I believe it's travertine in English, in Italian it's travertino, the travertine stone that was brought from that mountain. And this bridge is pretty cool. And next to this bridge they have built other bridges. Look how beautiful is this city, guys. So we get a statue over there which was like another emperor, and everybody thinks he's a female but he's a male. Then we get the stone bridge on this side. Look how cool it is. You can see that it is an ancient place, and over there are the mountains, and down here there is the river. This is a river that goes for 400 kilometers, crosses all over Macedonia, and ends in what is it called in Greece, near Thessaloniki, where I've been many years ago, and I didn't film it. I mean, just photos. It was a very long time ago, guys, and I didn't have money to buy a camera. Money, it's always one of the main problems. Anyway, this place, as the tour guide was showing us in some of the photo, was a perfect place to relax, a perfect place to have a bath many years ago, when the photos they were in black and white probably. But now this river is so dirty. This river is incredibly dirty. The tour guide said that it's not completely their fault. Before arriving to Macedonia, this river gets all the pollution from other places, but come on, you can see sometimes chairs in the river and other interesting stuff. We can pass from there, but in this case, in today's vlog, I want to show you what you're gonna get doing the free walking tour. And you're gonna get this bridge, you are gonna see these bridges from a far distance, but it is okay because there is not enough time to do everything, and at the same time you can see how beautiful is this country. Let's cross the bridge. Look, guys, how they are trying to clean up the river. Having this stanky water over there sucks. At the end of the bridge we have other interesting statues. The one you see here is supposed to be the mother of Alexander the Great, and the one over there should be the father. Probably he was a strong man, probably he was a king. If your son is raised that way, probably you were a very strong man. And being a very strong man during this ancient time, he had 7 wives. Let's see, how many there are? 1, 2... We have only 4 wives over here. I think it's the same woman in every statue. You give birth to Alexander the Great, and you are the only one being remembered. On this side, we have a memorial for the Jewish, and it is here in the second biggest square of Skopje, so probably also the second biggest square of Macedonia, because that's the area where the Jewish were staying during the Ottoman Empire, as I'm reading on the notes. This was one... oh, copyrighted music, wait a second. We can officially start the tour of the Bazar without having copyrighted music in the background. So I was saying, during the Ottoman Empire, it was probably one of the most beautiful bazaars ever. On some writing is even written that it was more beautiful than the bazaar in, what is it called, in Baghdad. And it was huge. It had more than 2,100 shops. Also had streaming water everywhere, and it had the smell of flowers, or different flowers. Everybody was so happy, and when they came here, the things they needed were, as probably every Muslim people, but I'm not so sure about it, they needed a place where to pray, a place where to sleep, and a place where to have the bath. Some of the elders, they believe they have seen camels here in Europe. Can you imagine camels here in Europe? It must have been amazing. Nowadays in the bazaar there are lots and lots of restaurants. One of the typical products is the kebab, because of the Ottoman Empire. And they say that lots of people from Turkey, they send their Turkish son over here so they can learn the job. Imagine that you come and learn how to make kebabs here in another country. And the cool thing is that all these kebabs, they are very, very small. They are big as fingers. So you eat like 10, 15 of them. YouTube. And now here on the left we have a pretty street with all these umbrellas. And let me go upstairs. I apparently took the wrong road. The tour ended somewhere over here, but I wanted to show you one last thing. There was a church. Where is this church? It has disappeared. Probably the church was more down there. What I wanted to show you is that during the Ottoman Empire, the churches of other religions, they had to be built lower than the mosques. Therefore, the mosque that we found, it is up here. But the church that I wanted to show you, and I wanted to show it to you just because it is lower than this one. Anyway, I have some videos of it and probably showing you these videos while recording. It is on the lower side. In the middle of this bazaar there was supposed to be a church that right now I cannot find. Oh yeah, I think I find it. It's over there. Wow. And as you can see, I hope you can see from the camera, there are mountains on every side. And that's one of the reasons this city is so polluted. Here in this park, that's where the tour has ended. You can go up there on the right to go see the fortress. And the church is exactly here on the left. By the way, this is the only place that has craft beer here in Macedonia. They have 7 types of craft beer, but I'm not a huge fan of craft beer. I do love the cheap one, which I know it's weird, guys, but it is my taste. And here is the church, which is lower than the mosque. And I think that's it for this vlog. Thank you for watching. Keep reading and believe in your dreams. Ciao!